Okay, I think we are live on LinkedIn and we are live on YouTube. Let's double check. Hi, Alan. How are you doing?
Pretty good. How are you?
Doing great. So I just made ourselves live on LinkedIn and YouTube. Let's double check if people can hear us loud and clear, if they can see us fine. Hi, everyone. I'm Aditya Sharma. I'm co-founder and CEO of High Counselor, and with me I have my colleague Alan. Alan, where are you dialing in from?
Yes, so I am in from Miami Beach, Florida.
Awesome.
Typically sunny, but a little wet today, so we're making it work.
Awesome, awesome, guys. If you can just let us know in the comments box whether you can, if you can hear us loud and clear, if you can see us fine, that would be very, very helpful. Once we get confirmation, we'll get started with the event. Okay, hello everyone. I can see. Okay, loud and clear. Thanks, guys, for confirming. I'll just double check on my end as well. I'll go to our LinkedIn profile and quickly double check there about connection on LinkedIn and our YouTube portal. Okay. Okay, I can see us live. That is perfect. That is perfect. Perfect. Okay, we are all here. Awesome. And I can see people joining in. Perfect, guys. You can also hit thumbs up button if instead of writing in the comments box, if you can also hit thumbs up or there's a clap sign, if you can hit that, we'll get to know that you can hear us loud and clear. We are all good to get started, right? And let's take a few more minutes and allow everyone else to join. We have about 3,000, people who have signed up for this event. So people will be jumping on and off, but let's take 1 or 2 more minutes and allow everyone else to join. Okay. Perfect. Thanks, guys, for pushing this thumbs up button. Thanks for confirming. Okay, so why don't we get started with a brief introduction? And I think the great place would be if we can share our current location. So I'm currently based out of San Francisco Bay Area, Sunnyvale to be exact. And Alan mentioned Alan is based out of Miami Beach, Florida. And here I've entered my location in the chat box for everyone. If you can also enter your location in the chat box, that would be a great point to get started. Okay, let's see. Waiting for people to add the location. Da, da, da. Okay, people logging in from Boston, New Jersey, Jersey City, Toronto, Tampa, Florida. Someone your neighbor, Alan. Akshay from Chicago. By the way, I started my career at PwC in Chicago. Great city, but super cold. Vedanti dialing in from Purdue, Indiana. San Jose. Okay, Bay Area. A lot of people from Bay Area. Kristen again from Miami. Pune, India. Okay, hi Tejas. Okay, a lot of people dialing in from California area, Seattle, Los Angeles, Pittsburgh. Alan, do you see any familiar locations here?
I saw Miami in there, so I've got like a really close neighbor floating in here somewhere. Look at
That's
that, Dallas, Texas.
awesome.
Look at that. I saw a lot of Pennsylvania too. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, so
Huh.
not that different from Chicago sometimes with that weather.
That's a super cold place, right? Okay, so we have about 550 people live here. Okay, so we'll have other people joining in soon. But in the meantime, guys, that's very helpful. Thank you for sharing your location. I can see people dialing in from Europe as well, London, Czech Republic. That is very helpful. Okay, cool. So, guys, let me set the tone for this event and some guidelines. So, to get started with our introduction, I'm Aditya Sharma. I'm co-founder and CEO of High Counselor. Prior to co-founding High Counselor, I used to work at Deloitte Consulting here in San Francisco for about 3.5 years, where I implemented digital transformation solution for their clients. Working at Deloitte was amazing for 3 to 4 years, and then I decided to leave my job from Deloitte in 2020, start this company to help people kick off their career in tech and management roles. Okay, we'll talk more about that detail. I know we get a lot of questions around. Okay, what is High Counselor? Can you give us a brief overview on High Counselor? So we'll definitely jump onto it. Alan, why don't you give your a quick introduction before we get started?
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Alan Martell. I'm the Director of Partnerships here at High Counselor. My background is in sales and partnership management, specifically in the tech industry. So I've done some work for Austin-based startup Gigster, working in the custom software space. Prior to that, I worked in higher education. So I helped partner universities with employers looking to hire students. Hence my role here, working out, getting you guys placed with our employer partners around the US.
Awesome. Awesome. Thank you so much, Alan. So, guys, the objective of this event is to connect job seekers with employers. Okay, this in the virtual environment, right? For the last 2 to 3 years, uh, we came across a lot of those situations where we found candidates who are looking for job opportunities, but there are now way less on-site job fair events. That's where we started this series of virtual job fairs, and I think this is our seventh or eighth job fair that we are conducting online. It has been extremely successful. We try to invite at least 15 to 20 employers with about 50 to 60 job positions in total in every event so that we can connect employers with the candidates. Okay. Now, in the next 2 hours, we'll have three objectives. First is to inform you about the available opportunities, available employers, the point of contact, and how you can get access to those opportunities. Second, sharing some of the tools that we have created with you guys that you can utilize in your job search process. All those tools are free. So in between our conversation, I'll try to make it most efficient, and we'll share some of the tools that are extremely efficient in your job, that could be extremely efficient in your job search process. And third objective is to make this entire process fun. Look, job search is painful, it's frustrating, sometimes it's very, very tiring, right? Applying to thousands of jobs, probably going through a bunch of interviews and getting a lot of rejections over there. uh, so we want to make this process a little bit fun, right? So we'll play some of the games in between, some of the uh, raffle rounds with some of the Amazon gift card that we'll be distributing during this event. So just to make the environment light and fun for everyone. Okay. Now, in the next 2 hours, we'll be inviting four employers who are hiring for through this job fair. They'll be sharing their positions. They'll be talking about their company, and rest of the employers, they'll be posting their job positions on our website highcounselor.com. I'll share the exact link where they are posting the job positions. Okay. The objective of inviting these employers is so that you can connect with them, you can directly understand their requirements, you can also understand the entire recruitment, hiring, and the interview process. Okay. A lot of times candidates act as if only they're the one who's in need, right? And they're like, okay, whatever job I come across, I'll accept that job position. But I would highly recommend you to take this as an opportunity to learn about employers, to learn about their cultures, what they value most. And if their requirements meet your criteria, then you both are a right match. Okay. Because in my understanding, you should never look for just a job, you should look for a career. Okay. If employers demand is not in sync with what your values, what you really care about, it's not a fit, right? So don't just look at every opportunity as like, okay, I'm ready to apply to this job and give me this job position. Rather than feel free to ask questions, feel free to whatever you care about in a particular job position in a particular company. We'll take your questions from the comments box and we'll ask the employers. Okay. We have to be respectful for everyone. Okay. So please maintain the decorum in the comments box. Sometimes there are some people who post spam comments. If you see any of the spam comments, feel free to mark it spam. Our team is also monitoring comments, so they'll also do the same. Cool. So look, guys, let's get started. And before we jump into our first employer outlined, I would like to give you a quick introduction of High Counselor. We get a lot of questions after most of the job fairs because definitely a lot of candidates are new to this event. They are new to High Counselor, so they are not aware of what we do. So people reach out to us, and right now I have about 26,000 messages in my LinkedIn inbox where people have asked many questions about tell us what High Counselor do, how you can help us. So let me give you a quick overview of High Counselor just in the next 5 minutes. Hopefully that will answer 80 to 85% of your questions. Okay. Once I complete this High Counselor quick overview, we'll invite our very first employer outlined for our very first conversation. Okay. So let me share my screen to give you a quick introduction of High Counselor. And Alan, if you can confirm when you see my screen, that would be very helpful.
And we are
Do you see the PowerPoint deck?
we are up and running. Yep.
Perfect, perfect. Okay, guys. So as I mentioned, guys, at the beginning, I'm sure a lot of you would be able to relate with my background, with my education, and with my career path so far. I have a background in engineering, did my master's of engineering management from Duke. I graduated from Duke in 2015, worked at PwC in Chicago. That was my very first job. Then moved to Deloitte Consulting in San Francisco, worked there for about 3 years. And in 2020, I launched High Counselor. Now, why did I launch High Counselor? Because when I was working at Deloitte, I found that it is very difficult for candidates to kick off their career in tech and management job roles like software engineering, data science, product management, Salesforce consulting. And there are primarily three reasons. First is that people do not have professional network to get referrals or interview calls. Second is the entire job application process is extremely manual. Okay, you may have noticed going to job boards every single day, searching for jobs manually, and then manually applying to each and every job. That's a very, very frustrating and a tiring process. And finally, people are not prepared from an interview perspective. They lack hands-on work experience. You may have noticed that a lot of job position ask for 2 years of work experience, 3 years of work experience, right? Or experience at least in an internship format. And that's where there's a big gap between what candidates study in their school and what employers actually demand, right? So because of the three gaps, I thought that we can solve this problem using AI and intelligent automation and implementing some good mentorship and training program. Okay, and that's when we started High Counselor, and we wanted to create High Counselor as a 360-degree ecosystem. We never wanted to create High Counselor as a platform that solves one or two problems, right? That only help people with upskilling or interview prep or building their resume or LinkedIn or just help them get interview calls. Rather than my co-founder Rani Haroon and myself, we wanted to create a 360-degree holistic ecosystem that helps candidates with interview preparation, helps them with getting hands-on work experience by providing them internships at different companies or providing them hands-on projects experience, fixing their LinkedIn resume, and then automatically getting them interview calls through our automatic jobs application tool and automatic email networking tool. Now let me jump into details of all of these items. Okay. By the way, this is a High Counselor journey. We bootstrapped in 2020, started with 3 candidates. That was a journey, right? And all these 3 candidates came from Duke University because they thought, okay, this guy graduated from Duke, worked at 2 Big 4 companies. Probably he can help us get a job, right? So journey started with them, and then we raised our first round of investment, raised 1.8 million last year from VCs in Silicon Valley, and today we have helped more than 300 candidates land a job. Okay. We are based out of Silicon Valley, Sunnyvale to be exact, where until now, as I said, we have helped more than 300 candidates land a job with more than 96% success rate. And these candidates have come from different universities or boot camps or online courses across the US. They've landed a job at 120 different employers, again across the US of different sizes. They've landed an average salary. This is the average salary of entry level candidate, which is about $91,000. And people have taken a time of about 11 to 12 weeks on an average to land a job. It's very important, guys, because I get a lot of question on this particular thing. Aditya, I'm looking for an electrical engineering job. Can you please help me? Or I'm looking for a mechanical engineering job. Can you help me? Unfortunately, not. Right now, we are only able to help people who are looking for a job in software engineering role, that is front end, back end, full stack, or people who are looking for a role in data science category like data analyst, data scientist, data engineer, business analyst job role, or people looking for a job role as a product manager or a Salesforce consultant. Okay, so these are the 4 categories that we are dealing in at the moment. And here is how we work. So you apply on our website. If we accept you in our program, we'll help you. First, we'll prepare you for interview, because a lot of candidates think that they're able to crack any interview. right? Once they get it, and they only didn't need interview calls, but that's not a reality. In my experience of helping more than 500 candidates so far in my career, I've realized that it's tough to get interview calls, but it's even harder to crack those interview calls. And that's where in the first 4 weeks, we help you with technical and behavioral interview preparation. There will be live classes where instructors from top tech companies will be teaching you. We have instructors from companies like Amazon, BCG, Facebook, Spotify. They come in the live Zoom session. They train you for the real technical, behavioral, and HR interviews. They help you in a group setting as well as one-on-one personalized mentorship as well. Okay. In parallel, we also provide you real world project experience. So, all those candidates who have been getting rejections because of not having work experience, because they have just graduated and want to get their very first job, we help them get real world work experience either by connecting them with the startups so that they get some hands-on work experience, or by allowing them to utilize some of the simulation projects which are real world simulation projects in our platform. In parallel, we help you fix your resume, LinkedIn, and we help you with unlimited number of mock interviews. 4 weeks of time, you're prepared for interview, and that's when we start helping you get interview calls. We help you get interview calls by directly referring you to the employers who are hiring for the job roles you're targeting. Second is we have built a technology that automatically finds jobs and automatically applies on your behalf. So all that pain of manually searching and applying to the jobs has gone. And third is we have a tool that automatically performs email networking on your behalf. So these ways we get you interview calls and we support you one on one until you get your job offer and you start in your job. Okay. So yes, as I said, with the interview preparation, we have already covered real world projects. We have already talked about, right? LinkedIn and resume. We will be assigning you specific instructors who will work with you one on one on your resume and LinkedIn profile. And as I said, job search automation, this is our one of the most powerful feature where we work with about 200 employers at this point who are hiring for different roles. We make the direct introduction whenever your profile is a right fit, and they invite you directly for the interviews. That is first way. Another way is our automatic job application tool. This is how I envisioned my job search to be. That I'm sitting and there is a tool, AI tool that automatically find and apply to the jobs on my behalf. Similarly, there is an email networking tool that automatically email network on your behalf and help you get informational interview calls or referrals. Okay. Now, what is our pricing structure? So we have two pricing options. First one is for those who are currently unemployed. If you're currently unemployed, if you don't have a job at the moment, then you do not pay anything upfront. It's literally $0. Once you apply on our platform, if your profile is a right fit, if we accept you in our program, there is no upfront cost to prepare you for interviews, to help you get interview calls, to help you get job offer until you land a job and you start working. You pay 9% of your first year's salary only after landing a job. Okay. So once you land a job, then you pay 9% of your first year's salary, but you don't have to pay anything upfront. And the reason we created this pricing model was because when I left my job, uh, or when I graduated from Duke University, I was looking for a job, right? I did not want to pay anything upfront, but I was comfortable paying once I land a job. So that's why we have come up with this option. When people who are already working in some companies, probably at $60,000, $70,000 salary, and they want to join us to get a better job, say of $150,000. So those who are currently employed and earning more than $40,000, they have to pay $1,500 upfront, which is refundable from the 9% once they land a job. Okay. And the first week of our entire platform, of our entire program is absolutely free. So you can join it, you can try it for 1 week. If it doesn't work for you, if you don't think it's the right fit, you can always leave it. I would highly recommend you to go to our website on highcounselor.com/review to go through stories of our candidates who have gone through our program, who have landed jobs. Now, here is the application process. So we work in a cohort model. That means then our next cohort starts on coming Monday, May 1st. All you need to do, you need to go to our website, highcounselor.com, click on apply to upcoming cohort, fill a short application. It will take you about 2 to 5 minutes. Based on your application, our system will evaluate your profile and will send you the admission decision, whether it's a reject or an admit, within 24 to 48 hours of your application. Okay. So that's the simple process. Let me also show it to you quickly on our website. So simply go to our website, highcounselor.com. Right here on the home page, you'll see a button called Apply to Upcoming Cohorts. Simply click on this button and you'll find a section called Start Application for a cohort starting May 1st, 2023. We are accepting applications until end of the day tomorrow for this cohort. So if you want to apply for this cohort, simply click on Start Application, fill in this application, and once you're done with it, we'll let you know the information decision. And if you want to learn more about our candidate story, you can simply go to these user reviews. That will give you a very good overview of our entire program. Okay. I hope that will answer your questions and I won't get many messages or requests like this as I was telling you earlier. Let me refresh my page. Can you see, guys, here 26,651? So I hope it was helpful. Still, if you need more information, feel free to reach out. Okay. Awesome. Let's do this. So coming back to let me stop sharing my screen. Okay. So Ellen, are we all ready to get started with our very first employer?
I think so. I can't. Are they in there waiting for us?
Awesome. So let me add our very first employer outline, Kai.
Hey, you all. Very, very happy to be here. Let me actually go play my small presentation. I hope you guys can see it clearly. Again, I'm very excited to be here. I'm Kay. I'm the recruiting director at Outliant. And I'm so happy to meet you all here. There's a lot of attendees at this event. That's crazy. Very, very happy. First off, I want to, of course, thank companies like High Counselor, for guiding talented individuals and connecting them to a myriad of, job opportunities available out there. Like, with connecting those talented individuals to companies like us, Outliant. And before I proceed to my next part of the presentation, I also want to share that I am joining in from the Philippines. It's very late at night here, but this is how we roll. I love working with people across multiple time zones. I get to learn a lot, and that's also one of the beauties of working with us. So yeah, I'm very excited to show with you all what we have. So before anything else, I'd like to introduce Outliant by playing this video right here. I think I'm gonna maybe try to lower down the volume. I'm not sure. So for those of you guys who are wearing earphones or headphones, you might want to lower down the volume a little bit so that it won't hurt your ears. But yeah, I'm just gonna play this video. Very. Woohoo! I still get very excited every time I play that video. Okay, yeah. So thank you for watching that part. So okay, moving on. So we at Outliant, we are a bunch of entrepreneurs. We are engineers, designers, marketers, managers, all that. We're a very diverse group. And, we have all been working remotely ever since the company started. So just a very quick background. Outliant has been operating in the, in the tech space for almost 4 years now. we are about to celebrate our fourth anniversary, actually this coming June. So I would love to share with you all how diverse our teams are in the next part of this little introduction about our company. But we actually founded Outliant because we wanted to build the agency that we wished we could work with. Um, an agency that is modern, that functions like a one-stop shop, that can work with um, everything that we need. So um, we want a company that can pretty much cater to any kind of need of every client that we have or that we want to have. And so our services are very, very flexible. Our clients.
Kayo, sorry to interrupt you, because as we have a limited time, why don't we
Mhm.
jump in directly into the job positions that you
Oh
have
yeah, of course.
open right now, right? So if you can
Oh
talk
yeah,
about a few job roles that you have, what you're looking for in the talent, that would be really
sure.
helpful.
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm very open to that. Actually, we are hiring for people who are based out of anywhere in the world, pretty much. And there are some job roles that we have specifically indicated here. From which countries that we are trying to target. But even though we have mentioned here some locations, we are still very open to also entertaining applications from outside of these locations.
Hmm.
So um, majority of the roles that we are hiring for are in the engineering department. So we are always hiring for mid-level to senior engineers, but there are also opportunities for junior applicants as well. So if you're interested in applying for any of these roles right here, even though you might think that you only have like maybe 1 or 2 years of experience, that's fine. We really really want to work with people with great potential. So like having lesser years of experience in the field should not be a limitation for you. So aside from the engineering roles that we have, we also are hiring for a design leader to join our company. And then for management roles, we are also looking forward to having someone for a senior HR generalist role. Aside from Latin American countries, we are also hiring for people in the US and Canada. So for those of you all who are interested in joining us for this role, if you have experience in a startup work environment, and then if you also have experience working for bigger established even enterprise level companies, come in and send your applications to us. We would love to meet with you. I will also be the one who's going to be interviewing you for that position, and joining me would be our VP of people. So yeah, aside from engineering and management positions, we also have marketing roles. And these roles are, we actually have opportunities that are open for hourly or part-timers, and then we also have roles that are for full-timers. So just express your interest. You can head on over to our hold on. You can head on over to our website. You can go to outline.com/careers, or my team here. I actually have my teammates over here to reply to any of your questions. So they will also be sending you a specialized job application link that is specifically going to be for this event today. So yeah, you can either go to Outline website or to the link that my teammates will send you. So yeah, feel free to send in your applications, and we would love to interview you.
Yep. No, that's very helpful, Kayo. So, Kayo, do you also have some internship opportunities available at your company that candidates can apply for, as you mentioned about some of the part-time roles?
Mm. For internship roles, we would also love to actually interview people for marketing and some developer positions. I think for engineering roles, we could hold on. Let me actually review the positions that we have. If you are interested in getting trained for React Node full stack position, you can send in your application to us and then just indicate there that you are looking for an internship position, so that when my team reviews your application form, we can easily find there that, okay, so you are going to be joining us for internship or for a part-time position to start. And we actually have a lot of teammates in the past who started out as part-timers, and then eventually they transitioned to full-time. And there's a lot of training opportunities as well that are available, since we work with a lot of senior engineers, a lot of engineering managers, and we also have courses available as well that are being what do you call this, offered to our teammates internally. So
Okay.
yeah, that's also one of the perks and the benefits that we also offer.
Okay. Kayo, that is very, very helpful. Thank you so much for sharing a bit about your company and about the open job opportunities that you have.
Mhm.
I think we have your job position. I'm not sure, Alan, if we have already posted the jobs on our platform. But if not, we'll collect the job positions from you and we'll start
Perfect.
collecting applications from our candidates. And guys, you can directly go to either outline.com/careers,
Mhm.
apply over there, reach out to Kaya on LinkedIn, right? Network with her. Or the third way is you can simply go to our website, highcounselor.com/job fair opening. You should be able to see it on our on your screen right now. Go there, apply to the job positions, and Kaya will collect applications until Monday
Mhm.
of next week. And then we'll share all the relevant applicants with you from that point onwards, so they
Awesome.
can move ahead with the interview process with them. Does it sound good?
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, that sounds perfect.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Kayo, for taking your time for this call and for sharing about Outline. That is really helpful. Thank you so much. Have a good
Awesome.
day.
Thank you
Bye.
so much. Thank you so much.
See you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Kay. Talk soon.
Okay, so that was the first employer, Outline. Guys, they have all type of opportunities, including part-time opportunities. So candidates who struggle with internship or not having any internship experience on their resume, I think it's a great company to get started with. So, and they're hiring for anywhere in the world. I think the Airbnb started with this concept for the very first time, where they don't care about the employee location and they're hiring for people sitting anywhere in the world. So guys, to apply to this positions on open for Outline, simply go to their website. You can apply over there, or you can simply go to our website, which is highcounselor.com, and right on top under resources you'll find an option called virtual job fair. Under virtual job fair, there's an option called job openings at participating companies. You can simply go here and you'll find those job positions. If they are not posted, okay, I can see that they are already posted over here from Outline. You can simply apply. We'll share your application with the recruiters by early next week. Okay, and still we are in the process to add job positions here, so keep checking until end of the day tomorrow for all the job positions from the participating companies. Cool. So let's move on, guys, to the next section of this job fair. So, uh, a lot of times we hear from employers about, okay, what are their hiring requirements, and they talk about uh, their requirements, the technical or the functional requirements, the soft skills that they need, and what is their hiring process. But I think it's very important to hear directly from someone who has gone through this job search journey in the last few months or in probably in the recent time, and understand what worked out for this person. And probably that would give you a lot of confidence. And that's why in this job fair, I specifically invited one of our candidates who has gone through this job search process. Probably it was tough, just like everyone else. So I thought it would be great to invite him, listen his journey directly, and answer any questions that you may have at this point, right? So let me add our next guest, Ishan Dubey, who went through the job search journey, landed a software engineering role recently, and let's hear directly from Ishan. Hey Ishan, how are you doing?
Hey Aditya, I'm really good. How are you?
I'm doing great. And where are you located right now?
So I'm currently in Omaha, Nebraska.
Okay,
I
awesome.
recently moved over here, so I mean, it's a good. I would suggest everybody it's a good place if you are going for a job, and it's very
Awesome.
peaceful over here.
Very peaceful, too quiet.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Ishan. And the purpose of having you in this job fair is so we have about like 700 candidates live right now who are certainly in their job search journey, right? They are live on LinkedIn and some of them are live on YouTube. But, there was a time back in 2015 when I was searching for a job, that very painful time, sometimes quite ambiguous as well, right? Then I heard some of the stories from people who landed a job, what worked for them, what type of challenges they face. So I think it will be really helpful for people who are currently sitting here if they can learn about you. So why don't you give a quick overview on your background and where you're currently working, and talk about your job search journey. How was it? I remember you joined High Counselor back in October, right?
Yeah.
And then it took you about 2 to 3 months to land a job. So how was the time before joining High Counselor, and what were the challenges you were facing? Maybe some of the candidates were facing the same issues.
Okay, yeah, definitely. I would love to. I mean, I did not realize that I am addressing 700 people, but yeah.
Yes.
So, yeah, hi everyone. I'm Ishan, and I am a computer science graduate from University of Massachusetts Boston, and I graduated in December 2022. So, my previously after my undergraduation, I worked with Capgemini India as a senior analyst. So the position basically involved full stack development, little bit of UX designing task, and a lot of cloud migration. So. So yeah, I started my master's over here in the UMass Boston, then got landed an internship with PTC Boston in summer 2022, and I worked there as a cloud automation engineer intern on SaltStack and Jinja. So yeah, after that, I mean, my job struggle started after my internship. So when I was working with PTC, I mean, so everything was going really good, and it was, I mean, I was expected to get some kind of offer. So pretty much, I was pretty much laid back. But then suddenly the hiring freeze happened, and they they did not provided any position. They went on hiring freeze. So yes, I mean, just like any other candidate, I just started to apply for position. I just opened my LinkedIn, made my resume, and just started bulk applying. So this was the first strategy which I did, and which I think works for most of the case. But if we are somebody who's looking for some more specialized roles, I think that is not the right way to go. If you are going for something in entry level software developer positions, or I mean some data analyst position, machine learning, these things really work. Bulk application really has a very good chance. So yeah, I did that application procedure for around 3 to 4 months till December, and yeah, I joined High Council in October. So yeah, I joined High Council in October 2022, but I dropped out of the batch. I thought that I need more time to just look on my own. I mean, I was because I mean there are all I mean, so there is a learning map at High Council as well, which we have to follow, and I mean it's really beneficial for us. So I thought that I wouldn't be able to give so much time, so I just dropped out and just continued the application procedure. And till January, I almost applied to around 400 positions, and I did not get a single call back. So I thought, yeah, so now is the time to change things. And till that time, it was all bulk applications. So I joined High Council in January, and I got training from amazing individuals. I mean, so there was definitely training about networking, and then data structures, algorithms, and the material is very organized. We have all kind of courses, practice questions, everything available to us. So after starting journey with High Council, I think what really worked out for me was the cold emailing part. So I was really, I was really laid back when it comes to networking, and I think I can talk about most of the software developers out there. We are more used to working behind a screen, so we are not more extrovert in networking. Going to networking is not our way, and everybody. I mean, we think a lot. If I talk about everybody, we overthink a lot about how to reach people. We see that okay, if I reach out to somebody out of nowhere, they won't going to reply or something. But I think there is so this is actually a misconception. There are a lot of people who are actually willing to help us.
Yep.
And the only way we can know about it is we need to, I mean, just craft a good email and just reach out to them, and just, I think, don't be just direct in just getting a referral. I think, as Adit has already mentioned in his video series, that best way to go for is information interview. And so, yeah, I think when I went with that, I got most of the callbacks. I mean, so I did not get callbacks in terms of referrals, but what I really learned was how to apply for a position, how to search for a position in a particular company, and what kind of skill set is that company looking for. If I'm looking for some cloud engineering roles, so what is the number one skill set which I can possess right now? So it's kind of, these things also help us in the long run. It's not about just getting a job and just making through it. It's all about how can we prepare ourselves better for the future.
Hmm.
So yeah.
No, this is, I think, very helpful, and I strongly believe in like cold email networking, right?
Yeah.
Uh, and I've seen it working for almost 500 candidates, and I'm glad that you touched upon it. So, guys, if you are not reaching out to company insiders for referrals for informational interviews through cold email networking, please start utilizing that approach. I have personally found it really helpful, and I always say that it's just not a skill that is needed for to find your next job, but it is a skill. It is the skill that you can utilize anytime in your career. When I started High Counselor, we had to raise our very first round of funding. Cold email networking was the process. When I reached out to VCs and investors, they responded, right, and we got this opportunity. I think, Ishan, it will also be important to mention that it's not going to work that you reach out to two people and not both
Yeah.
of them respond back to you,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
why don't you talk a little bit about it, that it requires some effort?
Yes, so definitely it does. And I mean, so a good number would be to reach out to around 10 people in a day. And that's a very good number if we can hit that. And the success rate is, if we think about it like this, that I have reached out to 10 people, then okay, second day I reach out to 20 people and I'm not getting any response. So I think we should just keep that out of my mind. And I'm sorry, guys. So once we are done with the week, I can bet that everybody will have probably 2 or 3 responses back in the mailbox, and that is success. So not everybody is, I mean, is responsive, and there are a lot of things. I mean, it's not about the people don't want to help. It's they are kind of preoccupied in their work. I mean, it's the industry times are really crazy. So yes, I mean, so bulk application, I mean, bulk applying to bulk cold email networking is also a way to go. And how I approached it, I mean, so High Council definitely provided a good tool for that. I mean, and they did it on our behalf. So what we have to do is to be attentive enough to check our emails so that we can be very promptly in reply. And our number one aim should be to keep the conversation going. So as quicker we can reply to somebody, I mean, there are better chances of going through that going to that informational interview and probably getting some kind of referral.
And Ishan, I've seen a lot of candidates struggling to crack interviews. So, in your in your target job role, what helped you actually crack interview calls? Right? I mean, do you have any tips to help people like perform best during the interview process? Sometimes I've seen candidates that they're very well educated, they have the right knowledge, but when it comes to interviews, sometimes they get nervous, sometimes they're not aware what to study, what not to study. Any specific tips or guidance for software engineering candidates on how they can crack their technical interviews?
So yeah, I mean, so I am one of the candidate who's very nervous in interview.
Okay.
So I can. So what I mean, it's all about the number of interviews you faced. For me, it worked. I mean, if I can go for some kind of mock interviews, I can perform better. So I think what happened with us, what usually happens with us is we do a lot of. I mean, everybody is doing a lot of lead code and all the concepts about the work, everything, but under timed pressure there are circumstances are very different. So for software engineering people, particularly for coding interview, I would suggest that go for something which is timed. So I think if you are doing lead code, that is really fine, but you can also participate in lead code challenges or weekly challenges. I know they are very hard to crack, and I'm not somebody who's very good at competitive coding. I just run away from it. But still, I mean, those challenges are really timed, and they will give you a kind of interview vibe that yeah, you are sitting in interview, and how does it actually works. Because few of my interviews, there were really less time. I got only 20 minutes to solve like two medium questions. So this could be the case. Sometimes there is so it's always a race against time. And secondly, I would suggest that just be thorough with what you have studied and what you have worked on. So really make some points, some rigid points in which you can just tell about your experience or tell about the course which you take or any project in like 2 to 3 lines rigidly, that it should convey the message to anybody. Doesn't really matter from a software background or from any other background. And if definitely the recruiter will ask you to go into deep, so you should have some kind of points ready where you actually made an impact. So that really works.
Awesome. And Ishan, do you feel now like an absolutely different person after landing a job compared to like this when you
Yeah.
were searching,
Yeah,
right?
so I'm getting really good sleep. So
Okay.
I got this job on, I think, on last Friday, and I am just sleeping. So
Awesome.
it's
Awesome.
really
No, thank you so much, Ishan, for taking your time, for sharing your experience. Sometimes a few words of hearing from someone who's gone through the journey like motivates you a lot. And guys, Ishan is just one candidate. I've seen journey of like 500 candidates. You don't lack anything specific at this point in time. Sometimes it's just the timing, probably working on the same things, making them more structured, and also the right timing, right? And the luck, right? When you
yeah,
hit the right an
yeah,
opportunity, they need it, and you both of you are a right match, right? So no need to get disheartened. Things will work out. Just stay patient and be out there in the game, right?
yeah, definitely. I mean, so time is the number one factor over here, and just I mean, the struggle is also really mental. So just take care of yourself, work on your health as well, because I lagged out on these issues. I was pretty sick and all those things. So just please, guys, take care of yourself, and just it's a journey. Enjoy the journey, and I'm sure you will land it. All the very best to everybody.
Perfect, perfect. Thank you so much, Ishan, for your time. Really appreciate it, man. See you. Okay, bye.
Yes. Thank you, Aditya.
Okay, that was one of our candidates, Ishan Dubey, who went through the journey of searching jobs in software engineering role, entry level role, and he landed it. And I really wanted everyone to hear and understand that you're not going through something very different, right? There are hundreds and thousands of candidates going through same journey, and basically it's the consistent effort, sometimes a little bit of right mentorship and direction that will help you guide into your dream role, right? So just be there and everything will be fine. Cool. So, Alan, we are ready to invite our next employer, F5 Kobe. So, are we ready to accept Kobe here? All set?
Perfect. Hey, Colby, can you hear me okay?
I can hear you. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Welcome. We appreciate you jumping in. A fun story for everyone. Colby here was thrown in here last minute. So he rose to the occasion. He jumped in. Colby, if we spend a few minutes, I'd like to ask you a few questions about F5 and what you guys do. We'll talk about your open roles and things like that. So let's start with, what is F5? Tell me what you guys do and what you're known for.
And let me preface this by saying that I haven't risen to the occasion yet. We will see if I rise to the occasion. Yeah, no, that's a great question. So F5 started off in the network security space. We're very well known for our load balancers. Anytime you hear F5 and you're talking to somebody in the security space and you say F5, they're like, oh yeah, they're load balancers. Over the last year, we've made a transition more into the web application security space. We acquired 5 to 6 companies over a 5-year span. So it's been chaotic and busy and messy at times and exciting. We're moving towards the web app security space because of the ease of deployment. The space is enormous, and you can see that it's reflected in our quarterly results that the transition is going well. It could always go faster. We could always make more money, but it's going pretty well.
That's it. Well, and I know it's exciting times for you guys, and we're going to get into the roles you're hiring, right? But I'm going to throw you a curveball here. Uh-oh. Tell me the thing you like most about working for F5. Why F5 versus, any other employer that's out there? What makes you guys really unique and in the space to be in?
Yeah, that's a great question. So couple of things. So if you look at our Glassdoor reviews, it's a reflection of our culture. Now, as you know, it's difficult to get all of the happy employees to post on Glassdoor, but our reviews are surprisingly positive. And Glassdoor can be a difficult space because it's usually those who are terminated or let go that post negative reviews. Our culture is amazing. Our focus is on building a safe space for our employees, promoting diversity and inclusion. And it's exciting to move more into the web application security space. It's created a lot of challenges for our employees that they've really enjoyed. In our leadership, no organization has perfect leaders across the board, but our leaders, for the most part, are amazing. And I found that F5 has done a great job of finding leaders who create that safe space where employees feel empowered to learn and grow and make mistakes on occasion. We understand that mistakes are going to happen, and I found that 99% of our leaders turn those mistakes into learning experiences. So I've really enjoyed that.
Nice. Well, we know in this day and age, culture is just as important as all of those other perks and benefits, right, that come to working somewhere. Let's talk about open roles. So, I know you guys have a need for data scientists and analysts, engineers. Kind of walk us through your roles. I know you've got a wide range of experience levels. I don't know if you were here when Outliant went through theirs, but same idea, right? What are you looking for specifically, and who here in the audience should be jumping over to highcounselor.com/job fair openings to apply?
Yeah, absolutely. So I believe that we have 4 data science roles. We have one that's supporting our marketing org. And so it's building out predictive models for the marketing team so that everyone's trying to do this, but do better at predicting churn, do better at predicting the buying signals. We also have 2 or 3 data science positions that are focused on our web app security product. And so one of our products utilizes the data, and our data scientists build out predictive models for our customers. And then we use the data to try to predict what the attackers will do in the future. And so that is very product specific to our web app security offering. That particular offering uses human factors, cadence of keystrokes, the way the mouse drags across the monitor, et cetera, et cetera. There are 1,400 different variables, and it's growing all the time, that will cause our product to block an attempted login. So we need additional data scientists to help us work on that product as we build and scale that product. We have software developer positions across the board, back end, front end. We're pretty open as far as back end technologies go. It doesn't matter if they have experience with Java, C# or whatever. We're open as long as they can ramp up with the technologies that we're using. It is difficult to focus on one specific technology or framework because of the acquisitions. The products were all built using different languages. And so we're still integrating the products, but we're hiring. It's a big variety of requirements here. So any software engineers or developers that have interest, they should take a look at our website. And then we also have data heavy positions as well. Data analysts. We have data analysts. I don't know if we have any for the sales org, but we have a few positions that support our other business groups.
Nice. So as we wrap up here, just give us a quick look, right? Folks, jump over to highcounselor.com and apply, where they go over to f5.com and apply. What does your interview process look like? Just high level.
It depends. We've tried to streamline our process. We're trying to make it so that we don't create a horrible experience. There's nothing worse than going to a candidate after they've wasted not that they wasted, but spent a good portion of their lives doing 15 interviews, right? And so we have tried to streamline our process. So we do the initial interview with the recruiter, which is super difficult because I'm just kidding. The initial interview with the recruiter, just to make sure that the basic skills align, and to make sure that comp and everything aligns with the role. And then after that, we have our leader. The leader of the position as a gatekeeper. So they do a quick conversation. It's usually 30 to 45 minutes just to make sure that the role is a fit for both sides. And then after that, the way the process is supposed to go, I can't promise that it will always go this way. It's supposed to be, they will have like a technical interview or a technical test, depending on the position. And then there's supposed to be 3 to 4 interviews after that. And the reason we do 3 or 4 is because we're not having candidates go on site to meet with the team all at one time, which we did in the past. And so we do 3 to 4 individual Zoom interviews. It can be the same day or they can be spread over multiple days. We've just found that Zoom interviews with a group, it does not go well. It's a mess.
Who doesn't love a good panel interview, right?
The panel, they speak over each other, they cut each other off, and they just spend a ton of time trying to get their questions to align and everything. And so that's why we've gone to is typically 3 to 4 individual interviews with a member of the team to make sure that they feel comfortable with the team, another leader, and then it's usually a few members of the team and then another leader. More than anything, we want candidates to get to know the team as much as possible, as much as you can through a 45-minute Zoom meeting, so that they're comfortable. And we also want candidates to be able to talk to employees so that it's not coming from the recruiter, because not that recruiters add any fluff or anything like that, but we just want to make sure they have a candid outlook and perspective of F5.
Love it. Well, Colby, we appreciate your time here today. Folks, this is F5, lots of great positions, a wide range from data science to software engineering, and great work-life balance, awesome company culture. You can check out their jobs at highcounselor.com/job fair openings. And Colby, we'll be in touch.
Yeah, and feel free to reach out on LinkedIn. If you reach out and I don't get back to you right away, please continue reaching out. It's, as you've alluded to, it's a crazy market right now, and it's difficult to get in front of all the requests, but please reach out if there's any interest. Thank you so much for your time. It's so nice to meet everyone.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Colby. Talk soon.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Awesome. That was F5. I mean, they seems to have great opportunities and pretty strong tech-heavy company. So amazing. So guys, let me share my screen again to ensure that you are aware where you need to apply. Again, as Colby mentioned, feel free to reach out to him on LinkedIn. And if he doesn't respond, keep reaching out. Persistence is the key. And as we discussed earlier, a lot of people here in the world are willing to help. But sometimes something is in their personal life, professional life, they're too busy, right? So that's why they don't respond immediately. So feel free to reach out, network with Colby. On the other side, to apply for the job position, simply go to our website, highcounselor.com. On the top right, under resources, there is a section that says virtual job fair. Under virtual job fair, there's a section called job fair openings. When you go to this particular link, you'll find all the companies. We may not have all the positions shared by F5 here right now, so keep checking it until tomorrow end of the day. Once we get all the job positions from F5, please apply and we'll share the candidate's profile or your profile by early next week with Colby and his other team members from F5. Okay. Perfect. So a lot of talks done regarding job positions, how to find job. We have heard from a real job seeker who has gone through the process. But now I think it's a time for something fun, right? Let's play a quick raffle round where we'll give an Amazon gift card to one person who will guess a right number between 1 and 100. So guess one number between 1 and 100 right in the comments box, and I'll share this number with my colleague Alan on Slack just to make sure that I'm fair with everyone, right? Post that number in the chat box. We'll randomly pick one person who matched that exact number, and to that person we'll give the Amazon gift card. So your time starts now. And Alan, here I'm sharing number with you on our Slack group so that everyone knows what's that number. Okay. Okay, guys, start commenting in the chat box any number between 1 and 100. If your number matches with the number that I have randomly picked up, you'll win a $50 Amazon gift card. Okay.
That's a pretty good number.
That's a pretty okay. That's a very good number. Okay, let's see. Let's see if people have guessed it right. Okay, I don't see that number yet in the chat box. 72, not close. 2, 26, 50, no. 18, not yet. 36, 47, no. People are not even close. Let's wait for a minute. Let's see. Let's say let everyone enter their number and we'll see if someone picks the exact number. 48. Little bit closer. 99. No, too far. Too far. 99 is too far. $98, $99, $97, $35.
Ooh.
Guys, I don't see this number. Oh, that's surprising. Let's see. Let's wait. Guys, it's between 1 and 100. Let me tell you that it's between 1 and 60. Okay. So we have narrowed down the range now because I don't see people coming close to it. So it's between 1 and 60. If you have not written the number between 1 and 60, probably you can try again. No, not yet. Not yet. Alan, do you think we should provide more hints as we don't see them?
I know. What if we tell them what it adds up to?
What
These are
did
technical people, data scientists, right?
Yeah.
Let's try that. So
Okay.
the number, if you add the two, it's 2 digits. We'll give you that one. And if you add them together, it equals 12.
Okay, that's a nice hint.
That's the best I can't get you any closer. And if anybody watched me do the math in my head, don't laugh at me.
Okay, so okay, let's wait for a few more minutes.
So remember, 2 digits, if you add them together, it equals 12.
I think we should. Okay, I've seen someone with this number. Okay, guys,
Oh.
last 20 seconds. Last 20 seconds to enter the number, and then we'll announce the winner.
I think I've seen it at least one time.
You've seen it? Okay. Okay, I've seen it too. So, okay, let's stop. Let's stop this. And the one person that I've seen here is the first one we've added is David Ulari, and the number is 39.
It is 39.
Let me add our winner's name here so that everyone knows. David Ulari, 1 second. Let me add a number, name on the screen for everyone. And here you go. Congratulations, David, and thank you for guessing the right number. And to get your $50 Amazon gift card, please message Alan on LinkedIn, and Alan will provide you gift card by end of the day. Okay. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in it, and I hope it was a little bit fun. Let's move ahead in our. Okay, there are a lot of claps, guys. That's good sporting spirit for everyone. No, it's good to support your fellow attendees. That's amazing. Okay, guys, so this is very helpful. Thank you so much. Now, one thing that I want to ensure before we move forward, that all of you understood the application process absolutely right? So there were few employers that joined us. There will be probably 2 more employers who will be joining us. And we have about 15 additional employers who have posted their position on our platform. Are you all aware that, okay, this is the process to apply for the job positions here, or the job positions that we are sharing in this virtual job fair. So if you can just comment in the chat box that yes, we are aware, or probably there is one emoji called bulb. If you can hit that, that will confirm us that okay, you're aware of the process, that you need to go to High Counselor website, go to highcounselor.com/job fair openings. You'll apply over there, or you can directly contact with these employers as well, and we'll forward your profile by early next week with these employers. So if you're on the same page related to this, please hit this either bulb button or just let us know in the chat box so that we can move ahead in this job fair. Okay, I can see one bulb symbol there. Okay, just want to make sure, guys, that we all are on same page, and we are not leaving people behind in the process. Okay, Alan, do you see any confirmations in the chat box?
And I do not see anybody writing confirmed or yes or hooray in there.
Yeah, I can see probably one or two bulb signs. So probably some people have got it, but not everyone. People are still adding their numbers. Guys, the time is gone now to add the number. That the time is gone. But yeah, let's wait for 1 minute, because there's a lag of about like 30 seconds or so between we talk and people the responding. So okay, now I can see coming it from a lot of people. Perfect, thank you. Confirmed, I confirm. Perfect. Okay, guys, this is very helpful. Okay, and also be assured that in 2 hour window we can only invite like 4 to 5 employers, have a conversation with them. We also want to ensure that we share the right information with you. So those who are not participating, their jobs will also be there, and not all job positions are posted until now, but we'll try to post all the job positions by end of the day tomorrow. Okay.
And remember, we cannot forward along your information to these employers if you don't go to highcounselor.com/job fair openings and hit that apply button. That's how we're going to get it directly to the employers for you. So they're partners of ours. We work with them. We've got relationships, and that's the easiest way, right, to get it right in their hands.
Yeah, perfect. And guys, as I think everyone, all the recruiters and hiring managers mentioned, feel free to network with them. Feel free to reach out to them in their LinkedIn message box. Feel free to mention that, hey, I listened to you during the High Counselor job fair. Whenever you add anything common, just even if there is one thing common that we met in that particular event, or I heard you in that particular, that creates that one common connection. And then there are high chances that people will get back to you. They'll respond back to you. I would highly recommend you to schedule like an informational interview call, right, to learn more about this company, to share about you, and then the chances of these people considering you for the interview process will be way higher. Okay, awesome, guys. So there are a few questions in the chat box that I can see regarding our High Counselor program start date. They said, okay, my application was rejected, what should I do? Let me quickly share again, guys, our application process a little bit. There are a few questions I can continuously see in the chat box. Let me provide you a high level overview again, right, just to make sure everyone is on the same page. So let me share my screen. There are a few questions regarding the pricing structure as well. Okay, so let me share my screen again. I think some people have recently joined, right? So guys, regarding High Counselor program, as I mentioned earlier, let me go back. So guys, as I mentioned earlier, look, we have created the entire 360-degree ecosystem where our objective is to help candidates first prepare for interview. Sometimes when they don't have relevant work experience, we try to get them internship with the startups or with good companies so that they can have real work experience, or make them go through real world projects in our platform. Once they do it, they have real work experience on their resume. They can say that, oh, I may have 0 years of work experience, but look at the very, very relevant projects that I've done. And that's how employers invite you for the interviews. We help you with your LinkedIn, with your resume, and then we get you interview calls. As you may have heard, this guy, Ishan Dubey, when he joined us again, by the way, first week of our platform is absolutely free trial. So you can join us, try it for 1 week. If you don't think you're ready for it, you can always leave it. But the one thing that we do really, really great, we help you get interview calls through three different ways. First is we directly refer you to the employers. As you can see, we are connected with the employers directly. Whenever they have a job position, we directly refer you to our employer partners. Second is we have built a tool that automatically search jobs for you and automatically apply on your behalf. I'm sure that there are a lot of data scientists and AI engineers here on this call. We have built this tool using machine learning and intelligent automation. This tool automatically search jobs for you and automatically apply on jobs on your behalf. And the third way is email networking that Ishan focused a lot. This tool automatically find jobs that are open, it identify who's hiring for that job, and then it automatically perform email networking on your behalf to get you referrals and informational interview. Okay, so this is the end-to-end 360-degree ecosystem that we have created. And we focus only on 4 categories right now, guys. This is our expertise: software engineering roles, data science, product management, and Salesforce. Okay. If you're looking for electrical engineering, mechanical engineering, marketing, we may not be a right fit. Okay. This is our super top-notch expertise. And as I mentioned, there were a few questions where people were confused about, okay, how long is the training program? So training is usually 4 to 6 weeks, in which we help you prepare for technical and behavioral interviews. We help you get real world work experience, and in parallel we fix your resume and LinkedIn. Again, this training could be flexible, right? If you're already prepared, you just need interviews, this training will be squeezed to just 2 to 3 weeks, where we fix your resume and LinkedIn, make sure that you're absolutely prepared, and then we start getting your interview calls. Those who are not prepared need a little bit more time. They can take 6 to 7 weeks, and then we automatically start getting them interview calls. Okay, and we help you until you land a job offer, you actually start on your job. Okay, and on the payment and the pricing structure, we have tried to keep it very, very simple for our candidates. If you are unemployed, you're currently not earning, you're looking for a job, it's literally $0 upfront. You don't have to pay anything upfront. You pay 9% of your first year salary only after landing a job. Once you land a job, you start working for at least 1 month, you start getting your paycheck, then you pay 9% of your first year salary to us in monthly installments. Those who are already employed, right, already working at companies at say $60,000-$70,000, and they want a $150,000 job, for those there is an enrollment fee of $1,500, which is refundable when you pay 9% of your first year salary. And our next cohort is May 1, which is coming Monday. All you need to do is to simply go to our website. So when you go to our website, hicounselor.com, right on the homepage, there is a button called Apply to Upcoming Cohort. When you go there, there is a small button called Start Application. You fill in this application. Our system will review your application within 24 to 48 hours and will send you an admission decision. If we are unable to accept you, there could be only 2 reasons. One, your profile is not a right fit. Second, our seats for a particular cohort has been filled up, and will push you to the next cohort, which usually happens every month. Okay. So that's again a high level. I hope that was helpful. But if not, feel free to reach out to me or our team, and we'll be happy to answer your questions. Again, to apply for our upcoming cohort, you can simply go to hicounselor.com/apply. Okay. Now, before we jump on to our next employer, next recruiter, and the hiring manager, I would like to share a few very good resources with you guys that you can utilize in your job search process. Look, guys, I'm a big believer in gaining hands-on work experience. If you have real hands-on work experience working on industry level projects, if you have experience working with a startup, either in a part-time capacity, in an internship capacity, you become a much better employee, or you become much better at whatever job role you are, right? Employers would love to hire you because you've already earned some work experience, right? They won't need to invest in you right from day one, won't need to invest for months in you. And that's where we have created some tools that will help you land internship opportunities, that will help you gain some real world work experience. Let me share both of these things with you. First one is, let me share my screen again. So the first resource is, when you go on hicounselor.com, let me go here. When you go on our website, hicounselor.com, under resources, there is an option called internships. If you are someone who is currently who's currently struggling to land a job and probably looking for an internship, because you get rejected by employers saying that you don't have work experience, we need someone with 1 to 2 years or 3 years of work experience. There are a lot of startups across US, across Europe, who are always looking for passionate people who can help them for a few hours per day. From your perspective, it's an opportunity for you to join these companies and do some real hands-on work. No matter whether you're looking for a data analyst job, data scientist, product management, software developer, there are tons of internship opportunities available. Currently, we are working with about 57 companies uh, who are looking for interns in different directions. Some of them pay for internship, some of them don't pay for internship. But the way I would look at it is that you will get work experience in 2 to 3 months, that the next time you apply for job position, you'll be able to talk about this real work experience, right? You'll be able to literally say that, okay, I implemented SQL in cleaning a data set of 10,000 rows for this XYZ startup or for this company. And recruiters and hiring managers would love that. Okay. So if you want that internship, simply go to our platform, highcounselor.com/internship, click on apply now. When you click on apply now, just fill a small form that you'll get, and our system will open all these internship opportunities that are available. Simply click here on apply now, and we'll match you with the right startups who are looking for interns. Okay. Great opportunity for you guys if you are struggling to land interview calls, if you're struggling to crack interview calls. Okay. And again, it is absolutely free. You don't have to pay anything to High Counselor. It's an open portal on our platform. Simply go create a free account, apply for this. Our team will match you with the right employers. That is number one. Yeah.
And many of these intern employer partners we have like to take interns and offer them
Yes.
full-time jobs down the road. So it's a really nice transition, particularly for those looking to gain experience.
Yeah. I mean, I can clearly give you an example. And Alan, I think that's a great point. So there's a company based out of Sunnyvale here, and they share the office with us in the same building. And this startup, they hired one intern from us, and they were taking this good help. This candidate was getting very good experience. And then this startup raised $3 million in seed round and hired this person who was working as an intern, because they got the opportunity to learn more about this candidate, gave a full-time offer, right? So these are great opportunities. This is number one resource. Okay. Now, second resource is if you want to gain work experience, we have started conducting real world projects on LinkedIn. All you need to do is simply go on, simply search for High Counselor here. Simply search for High Counselor, go to High Counselor company page. You'll find it like this. So because I'm an admin, I'll view it as a member. Okay. And right here on this page, you need to look for events, which is basically one second. I'll share the direct. Yes. Right here, you'll see events over here. Click on show all events, and you'll be able to see all the events that are available, that are upcoming at High Counselor. So what we have been doing is that we are conducting real world live projects on LinkedIn that are free of cost. Anyone can come and join these projects. So if you're looking for a software developer or a backend developer role, you can join us on this live project, which is starting on Monday. We will be building a real world software or a backend application with you right from scratch here on LinkedIn. We will bring experts who are currently working as backend developers at top tech companies. They will help you build this backend applications right from scratch in 1 to 2 weeks of time period. Once you complete this application, we'll provide you a certificate that you can share it on your LinkedIn. Probably you can share it with your recruiters and hiring managers. You can also add this experience on your resume. Okay. So it's a great opportunity if you do not have work experience, you're looking for some industry level projects. Guys, we are not talking about academic projects. I'm not a supporter of academic projects at all. I mean, those time are gone, right? When employers want you to create CRUD operation, right? They really want you to build real world applications. So this is about software engineering. The same thing is about real world projects for a data analyst job role or a data scientist job role. Okay, so let me share some of these links with you guys in the chat box that you can directly go. Give me 1 second. I think I collect. No, I copied it in a. Okay, so these are the links that I'm sharing in chat box with everyone so that you can go and sign up for these projects and join us in this project starting next Monday and the Monday after that. And we keep on doing this. So always go to High Counselor this company page and you'll be able to find a lot of upcoming real world projects there. Okay. Right now, let me share it in the chat box with everyone. And here I've pasted it. Okay, I'll keep on pasting these projects link over here so that you can sign up for it, or you can simply go to our website, not website, but simply High Counselor LinkedIn page, and you can find all these upcoming. These two are great resources, guys, to gain some work experience, to become better software developer, to become better data scientists, to become better product managers, and employers would love to hire you, right? So that's all about two very, very important resources. Let's invite our next employer. Okay. So, Alan, who do we have next in the line with
We
us?
should have Evan here from the Center for Internet Security.
Okay. Hi, Evan. How are you doing?
Hey guys, good. How are you? Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you all right. You hear
Awesome.
me all right too?
Yeah.
All right,
Where are you
awesome.
signing in
Excellent.
from, Evan?
I'm over in Seattle, Washington right now. Our company home base is over in Albany, New York, but most of our positions are fully remote. So I've gotten the opportunity just to explore the nation. My girlfriend's a traveling nurse, so every 3 months we're off to somewhere new. So
Nice.
definitely
Very.
taking advantage of that workplace.
Yeah. Hey, remote first is the way to go, right?
Yeah.
So, Evan, why don't we start off? Tell us all here a little bit about the Center for Internet Security and what you guys do.
Yeah, of course. So, Center for Internet Security is a nonprofit cybersecurity company. We provide both products and services for both private and government entities within the U.S. And like I said before, most of our positions are fully remote, but we've got our headquarters over in the Albany area. So we were founded over back in 2000 and still going strong. We have up to 400 employees so far, and we've been hired so far this year about 50 positions and still going. So we've been busy.
Nice. Very cool. We've heard from a lot of really awesome employers today, and we've asked some pretty tough questions. So I'm going to hit
Yep.
you starting first with company culture, right? And I think one of the greatest benefits, but something you have to train yourself on when it comes to remote work, is work-life balance. Tell me about work-life balance at CIS, and how important is that to the culture of the company overall?
Definitely. Yeah. Work-life balance is really, really high up on our priority list. So cool things that we offer for work-life balance is I want to go off of our professional development first. So our CEO recommends about at least 10 days a year for professional development. So what I usually do is I spend like an hour a week on professional development. So just working on skills. We have courses through Udemy, SANS vouchers, certifications. So we definitely pay towards that too. So it's about like we put $5,000 into each employee for professional development per year. So professional development's pretty key. We also do a 1 hour wellness time per week too. So our wellness time, usually a lot of people go for walks or they'll go to the gym. So 1 hour a week's dedicated towards that. We also do
Nice.
different little activities too. So once a month we do like nourish your soul activities. So it's usually a activity between like let's say physical fitness, cooking, and art. So what the company will do is we'll provide all the necessary items for you. So if it's like an art activity, they'll ship all the art materials off to the employees. So it's something a little cool, something else outside the work environment to work on. So
Yeah, really cool. That's awesome.
yeah.
And we've identified, I think, and if there's more here, you can tell me two of the most relevant positions that you guys are currently hiring for, based on our talent here at High Counselor. one being a software developer, the other being a Salesforce admin. Anything specific you want to talk to those roles specifically? Anything you want to share about those roles with the candidates we have in the room?
Yeah. So we've got a lot of positions open. Along with that, we've got 35 openings right now. So it's not just the technical positions. We have the non-technical too. So like support roles, and they range from like internships all the way up to the VP level. So if you have experience related to either of them, you can just look at our career site, look at our LinkedIn page. We've got our job postings up, and whatever's in the requirements, that's what we kind of usually look for, years of experience, and then those applications, like experience with those applications to help as well.
Very cool. And let's see here. I love talking about, how we prepare candidates for interviews. So if you wanted to give anybody here in the room a piece of advice specific to preparing themselves for an interview with you or CIS overall, what's the biggest piece of advice you would give attendees here to prepare themselves for your interview process specifically?
Definitely. So one thing that we do with our interview process is we have a cross-functional interview. So we, at the end of the process, we usually have like a functional interview, a team interview, and then a cross-functional interview. And we look towards our leadership principles. So our leadership principles can be found within our company website at cissecurity.org. So that's what we look at. Our leadership principles are what we look at for all of our upcoming employees. So definitely research the principles, how you've applied it in the past, and how you would bring those into the job.
Very, very cool. And keeping in mind, everybody, that we do have positions posted where you can apply directly. We will forward all of your information to Evan. That way he gets it right from us. He knows where you came from. You can see it on the screen, highcounselor.com/job fair openings. That's the place to go. Again, you'll see those kind of vertical specific positions there as far as the Salesforce and software dev. As Evan has mentioned, they do have openings ranging from internships all the way to VP level in a lot of different areas. So do not hesitate to go directly to their website as well, where you can see all of their openings. And Evan, let me make sure I get this right. It's cisecurity.org. Is that right?
Correct. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. Very cool. Anything, Evan, you want to tell the group here? We've got a couple seconds left about the Center for Internet Security, why they should be reaching out and applying for your jobs. What's your final pitch?
Yeah, I would say definitely that work-life balance is pretty key. We establish our cross-functional, working in a dynamic environment. We do a lot towards like benefits, like wellness, company holidays. We have 12 company holidays. PTO, we start off with 21 days of PTO. All are front-loaded on your start date. All great. We're also a top workplace in the New York, Albany, and the US as well. So definitely a great place to work. And I think our average tenure is about 3 years too. So people stay when they're with us too.
Yeah, not too bad given how recently you guys were founded. That's pretty cool.
Right? Yeah. Yeah.
And you get to hang out with Evan. I mean,
you could. Yeah. You can hear about my ventures,
cool perk.
And yeah, places I recommend to live. And yeah, any fun travel tips, I'll be happy to share with everybody.
Awesome. Very cool. Well, again, guys, if you want to see the open positions, you can go over to highcounselor.com/job fair openings. We will forward these along directly to Evan. So he'll be able to see your qualifications, your application, all your info. And as Aditya mentioned, you've got that common connection, right? Evan will know that you met him here and be able to open that conversation. If you're looking for positions kind of outside of the software dev or Salesforce space that we're talking about, you can check out all of their open positions over at cisecurity.org. Evan, thank you so much for joining us. It was a pleasure to have you. Enjoy Seattle. Hopefully it's not too rainy today for you. And we'll catch up soon.
Looking sunny. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it, guys. Have a good one.
Awesome. Thanks, Evan. Take care.
Thanks, you too.
Awesome. That was wonderful. So that was our fourth company, guys. And now we have one more employer left that will have one-on-one conversation. And before we jump into this, Our final employer, I guess, let's double check with everyone that they're aware that the job positions are posted on highcounselor.com/job fair openings. We will keep on adding positions by tomorrow end of the day from all the participating employers. Let's before jumping into our next employer, I just noticed that on our High Counselor LinkedIn page, the events tab is not coming up. I don't know. Probably we'll need to check the admin settings. So, guys, just want to make sure that you all get our upcoming live project link that you can sign up for. So let me share again in the chat box with everyone. I'm sharing the links again in the chat box with everyone so that you can sign up for our upcoming real world projects that we will be doing on LinkedIn Live. These are very relevant for people who are looking to gain some work experience either in software engineering role, that is front end, back end, or full stack, or people looking to gain experience in data analyst, data scientist, or uh, business analyst and data engineering job role. Again, all these projects are free. We'll be doing it on LinkedIn live with you for the straight 2 weeks. We started one project yesterday, right? So if you want to join, you can probably join that one as well. But the future ones will be on coming Monday, which is May 1 and then May 8th. Okay. Awesome. So, guys, before we move on, let me share one more strategy with you that I am very, very passionate about personally when it comes to job seeking. Okay. I have seen a lot of candidates who spend a lot of time going to job boards, searching for job positions, and then manually applying to each and every job position. It is painful, it is tiring, it is time consuming. Okay, we should not be searching job in a manner where you're the one who will try to reach out to employers, recruiters, and hiring managers every single day. Rather than it should be absolutely opposite, right? You should position yourself as a resource or as an expert in a particular category so that recruiters and hiring managers reach out to you and offer positions and opportunities that are available. Now, you may say that, Aditya, okay, it's easy to say, but it's really difficult, right? How is it possible that recruiters and hiring managers will come and will offer me the opportunities? So let me share a strategy with you that I've given a bunch of talks on this particular topic in the last 3 to 6 months, and people who implemented it, they found it really, really helpful. Okay, so let me share my screen really quick, and I should be able to. One second, let me pull up the document. Not sure where is it exactly. Okay, I have it here. Perfect. So, I'll use the deck that I used in one of the events here in the Bay Area. Perfect. Alan, can you see my screen?
I can.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So, guys, look, right now your situation might be something like this. Okay, that I need a job. You're going to recruiters. You're asking for referrals. You're asking for information interview. That is all okay, right? There's nothing wrong with that. But I want you to be in this particular situation, right? Where you're standing here with your skills and people are coming to you saying, hey, join us. This is the job offer. This is the opportunity that I have. And this is absolutely possible, guys. Let me show you how. You need to create your personal brand. Now, it doesn't happen in a day or two. It will take you a few weeks of time to create your personal brand, but I think it is worth to start at some point. Okay. Give me 1 second. Probably, Alan, if you can mute yourself. Yeah. So you need to create your personal brand. And then this personal brand will help you attract the right opportunities to your way. You may have heard this word personal brand a lot of time, probably by your career center, your friends, or some people on LinkedIn, or like probably on social media. But let me reiterate here that personal brand is how you want people to see you. Do you want people to see you as an expert in data analyst, in SQL, Python, in Java, in .NET, in Golang, in product management, in sales, marketing, whatever it is? Okay. So you need to create that personal brand. On social media, it's it's a perfect time to create a personal brand in a very, very minimum amount of time. And a very good representation of a personal brand is when you have good number of following. If I talk about my LinkedIn profile, I have about like 93,000, 94,000 followers at this point in time. This followers, it's not about that it gives me a really high dopamine, right? That, okay, I have this many followers, or when I post something, I get like 2,000 or 5,000 likes. It has nothing to do with this. What it tells me that whenever I have a message that I want to communicate it to the people for which it really, really matters, they find it really helpful. Okay. And they really reach out to me with some of the opportunities that they have in their mind related to job search, interview tips, job search strategies, right? I want you to create your following as a software developer, as a data analyst, as a data scientist, as a product manager. When you build your brand, when people will know that XYZ, suppose John or David, who's attending this job fair, is an expert, right? He really knows about software engineering or data analyst. You won't need to reach out to recruiters and hiring managers and ask that, hey, can you give me this opportunity? Rather than they will be reaching out to you. And I can confidently say this because there was a time when I used to reach out to media houses telling them that, hey, I'm starting this company that would really help people land their dream job in very, very minimum time, right? I'm creating this super cool AI tool that will literally transform the way people apply to jobs. And trust me, there were literally no media houses that were willing to write about my company, High Counselor. It was 3 years back, or there were no journalists who were willing to write about me, right? But when I built my personal brand online, right, it took some time. I was covered by every single big media in the US and across the world. And until now, probably around like 75 to 80 media houses have covered about High Counselor or about my profile. Okay. It gave me a lot of opportunities where investors, leaders in edtech community reached out to me and they offered some of their ideas, they offered some of their opportunities. Okay. I want you to create the similar level of personal brand in this specific category that you're passionate about. And this category could be the job role that you're interested in. Okay. Now, this is all about, okay, why you should create a personal brand. Now, let me tell you how you can create a personal brand and how you can create a massive social media following. Okay. That is a genuine following that people will actually realize you. I'm 100% sure that there are many people right now sitting on this call who are amazing software developers, who are amazing product managers, but somehow people are not aware about their skills. To make people aware, follow this 6-step strategy and it will work for you. It has worked for me, it will work for you. Okay. The first step is you need to post on your LinkedIn profile. Now, these strategies would work for your LinkedIn as well as Instagram. Okay. I'm confident about these two because I've tried it. I'm not sure about YouTube whether it works or not. If we talk specifically about LinkedIn, you should post about a specific topic, say software engineering. If you're looking for a backend developer role and your expertise is in Java, you should talk about backend development, software engineering, trends in Java at least 3 to 4 times every week. Okay. That is step number 1, because LinkedIn algorithm considers frequency of post. How frequently you're posting on your social media profile, they consider it as a very, very important parameter. If you're not sure what to post and how to post, what you can do is that you can look at about 10 to 15 influencers in your category and see what they're posting and pick ideas from there. And once you start writing, after a month or two, you'll become pro in it and you'll identify some really good topics to write on. Okay, that is step number 1. The second one is timing of the post. All social media platforms, be it Instagram, be it LinkedIn, be it YouTube, they all work on timing methodology. That means you need to post at exactly the right time when the trend is high. Okay. For example, in the US, if you are currently located in the US and you post anytime between 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time, there are high chances that your post will be picked up and will move toward the trending post direction. If I post anything, say at 2 p.m. Pacific time, there are very less chances that this post will become viral, no matter how good the content is. Okay, so timing is very, very important. Third one is start with a hook line. All the social media algorithm work on a pattern where they want people to click on see more, right? They want, the way they understand is that you have written something really meaningful, something really informative. That is hook line. Your first line should be very, very informative, should talk about what's there in the bottom part of the content. Very, very important. Fourth is drive engagement. If people engage with your post, that's why I always say, guys, do not just post about your achievements on social media. That's the biggest mistake. I mean, look, everyone's life and everyone's journey, everyone's career is filled with both ups and downs, right? Even if we talk about our professional career, if you are, say, working on a data analyst project that requires SQL and Python skills, I'm sure while working on that project, you would come across some of the challenges where you were not sure how to write a particular script, right? Or how to solve a particular problem. Write about that on social media that, hey guys, I'm working on this XYZ project, I'm solving this problem, and I'm stuck here. Do you have any suggestions? People will respond back to you. You'll get new ideas, your post will get engagement, and it will get into trending category of social media, especially LinkedIn. Okay. Add only 5 to 10 hashtags with every job post, right? You need to add hashtags, but the biggest mistake done by people is they add thousands of hashtags. You only need to add 5 to 10 hashtags, not more than that. Okay. Now, instead of, posting on social media is important, but commenting on other people post is equally important. If you comment on 10 to 15 people post every single day, you'll see that you'll start connecting with people who are active in your particular category. You'll start opportunities coming to your way. Otherwise, what will happen if you just keep on posting by yourself? You'll only expand in the category of followers of a particular domain or of a particular region, right? But if you start posting on other influencers post, their followers will start post liking you, their followers will start following you. Okay, and that's how you'll open more opportunities door for you. Follow these 6 strategies and you can also achieve a good amount of social media following. Again, the objective with the social media following is to prove that you know about a certain type of skill, you have capability and a knowledge in a particular category. And LinkedIn is a professional world. Here, when opportunities will reach out to you, that means for you, recruiters and hiring managers will reach out to you asking that, hey, uh, John, hey David, we have this XYZ job opening. You seems to have great experience. You seem to be very passionate about this particular category. Are you interested in this job? And when you implement all those 6 strategies, you may come across some of your posts which will get this level of interaction. So, for example, this one of my posts got about 140,000 likes, got about 13 million impressions, 10,000 people commenting on it, 1,000 people reposting it. Okay, so this is just one example, guys, but building your personal brand is the key where you can literally turn the table and you'll start getting job opportunities, you'll start getting job offers rather than you reaching out to opportunities. Okay, and this strategy will not only help you now, not only help you immediately to get a job, but I would recommend you that even if once you land a job, you're working as a software developer or whatever job role, continue doing this every single week. It will help you gain more professional achievements in the future, right? And if you plan to start your own business in the future, there could be nothing better than this. Okay, to get your first few customers, to get the first few believers who will help you kickstart. Okay, so build your personal brand, and that will open a lot more opportunities for you. Okay, so I think, Alan, there is our next employer, Sasser. They are facing some technical difficulties and they won't be able to join. So you already connected with the recruiter at Sasser. Why don't you give a quick introduction of what type of job openings they have, who's the recruiter, so that our attendees can at least get an idea.
Yep, absolutely. And Sasser's a pretty interesting company. These guys focus primarily on transportation in all 3 of our most common formats, right? Air, rail, and road. And they specifically had connected with us, looking for data scientists, for data analysts. You'll be able to find their position posted there at highcounselor.com/job fair positions. And really cool, the recruiter, her name is Caitlin. She has been using the High Counselor platform and checking us out. You should be able to, if we go to the job openings, I think, yep, right there, there's a product owner in there as well. Very cool. Business analyst and product management in there, another data analyst. They've got a lot of really cool openings. These guys are both hybrid and location specific, so be sure to check that out. But a very wide range of experience as well. This is a family-owned holding company, so the original family members are still somewhat involved at the board level, and according to Caitlin, they have put a lot of emphasis in company culture and diversity specifically. So in my conversations with her, I was impressed. I don't tell my boss, but I could have worked there. Nah, just kidding. I don't know anything about transportation, but really interesting. Again, strong focus on culture, diversity, and inclusion. They do a lot of leasing, repair, transportation, all in these areas, and they need analysts and product managers to help them with that continued growth. Right now, the company currently owns 6 different subsidiaries. So the Sasser family company holdings has 6 different companies spread across the US. If you don't find something there at the High Counselor Career Fair Jobs, if you go to sasser.com, they put their career link right at the top, very easy to see and find, and you can check them out there as well. But again, their focus here is going to be very data heavy and product management. And you can view all the details on those jobs right there at the High Counselor website. And they're very sorry they couldn't make it. They were having all sorts of problems with the technology on that end. So our tech experts get over there.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Alan. That was very helpful. And sorry, guys, we could not get Sasser on the call. But as Alan mentioned, the recruiter is Caitlin. You can simply reach out to Caitlin on LinkedIn. Mention that you came to know about Sasser and the job openings during High Counselor Job Fair. The job positions are posted on our page, highcounselor.com/job fair openings. Feel free to go and apply. And that comes to the end of this job fair for us. And again, guys, it's the end of this 2-hour sessions, right? Because we can only talk for some time. As a human, we have a limitation, right? But again, we'll keep on posting jobs until end of the day. Tomorrow, we'll continue accepting application. By early next week, we plan to share the shortlisted candidates with the recruiters and hiring managers. So keep an eye on your inbox. Email inbox, right? They may invite you for the interview calls or for the next steps. Don't forget to follow up with them. And if you need any help with your job search, in specifically in software engineering, data science, or product management or Salesforce category, feel free to reach out to High Counselor. Our next cohort starts on May 1st, which is coming Monday. Simply go to our website, highcounselor.com/apply. We will continue accepting applications until tomorrow, end of the day. If we accept you in the program, you won't need to pay anything upfront. It's absolutely $0. Once you land a job, we'll invest in you in your upskilling program. We'll invest in you in helping you land interview calls, a job offer. Once you land a job, start working, then you pay 9% of your first year's salary, nothing before that. Okay. So it's great connecting with all of you guys. We look forward to working with you. We look forward to seeing your applications in our program, and good luck with your job search. Thank you so much, Alan, for joining. See you.
Thank you. Take care, guys. Good luck.
See you. Bye.